Hey guys, today on No Smell Matter, we are going to be cooking with celebrity chef Todd Parr. What, you don't have your own Food Network chef?
I am not a celebrity chef.
But you are a chef.
I like to cook. That's my other creative outlet.
So what are we gonna make today?
Well, we're making macaroni and cheese, a very simple macaroni and cheese, because I like macaroni and cheese. I like all different kinds of macaroni and cheese. I like to cook anything that your kids will eat. So I like tater tots and fish sticks. And I'm spaghetti. And so I do a very simple macaroni and cheese. And this one is just basically 3 ingredients. It's just the pasta, cheddar cheese, condensed milk, and a little bit of butter, salt and pepper. We're good to go. So I've already done the pasta.
It smells good. It's elbow macaroni.
All right.
So you just boiled water.
I boiled it, you know, to save time. I wanted it ready for you. So
perfect.
I've got that. And over here, I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter.
The cool thing about this is if you do it with kids, you can learn how to, like, you can not only be working on measuring, but you can also work on like one-to-one correspondence of like 1, 2 and having them help you cook.
Count, definitely. And if you really wanted to occupy your kids, you could actually ask them to count how many pieces of macaroni was in this pot when it was cool, of course. All right, so we got the butter melted and got my cheese. I'm gonna put in just a little bit of the cheese now, just to kind of get that going, melting. And then my secret ingredient with a Todd Parr label is condensed milk. And this really makes it easy. It allows you to be able to do the simple 3 ingredients. You don't need a thickener or anything. So it's just 1 can of this, 2 cups of cheddar cheese. We'll put in the rest of the cheese.
All right.
How am I doing?
You're doing great. It's so funny. So,
little pepper.
I've never made mac and cheese from scratch, unless it's from a box. And that's kind of from scratch. So this is something that's like, I could totally do this at home. And I like the idea of how fast this is going. Because if you come home from work and maybe you want to like go ahead and sneak some vegetables in it. But we're not going to sneak vegetables in, right?
We like all kinds of macaroni and cheese, and I do put vegetables in it, but sometimes you just want regular macaroni and cheese. You don't want any vegetables in it. That's all right as long as you do eat your vegetables.
Yes, of course, on the side. But today, we're just gonna have standard mac and cheese. I like that if you were doing this with your kids, you could talk about like what happened to the cheese. And you can talk about how it's melting and when things get hot, especially with something like cheese, which is a solid, and you wouldn't expect, like, everything was all white, and then you threw in this yellow, and then all of a sudden the water, or the cream, I guess, is now orange. What happened? Where did that orange color come from? And you could really have an entire science experiment making mac and cheese.
You could, and condensed milk, you know, is already cooked. So basically, you know, you want to watch that when you're doing it. So that's why I'm doing this at a slower pace with the melt and the cheese, because this can stick really easy. And it can burn, and it adds a flavor that you don't necessarily want. So we're doing it a little slow, but it will be worth it because we're almost ready.
Oh my gosh, that came together like quick.
It does, and see, and it's got a nice enough thickness when you add it to the pasta that it will keep. So this is pretty much ready to go. Now I'll just simply
oh my gosh.
add that in.
Todd.
Look at this.
That looks phenomenal.
I mean, it's so good, and it's going to be hot, but I want you to try it.
Yes, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, Todd, this is awesome. I don't know why I thought it would be like sweet.
Because sometimes, like, and I've been guilty of this, that's why I wrote the book, It's Okay to Make Mistakes, is because I called this evaporated milk. And evaporated milk is sweet. But I thought everything in a can was evaporated milk, but this is condensed milk, which is not sweet. But I did use evaporated milk and made sweet macaroni and cheese. And that's why I have It's Okay to Make Mistakes.
So first of all, you cooked with your whole family, you did math, you did science, and then you can sit down and have a meal together.
And having a meal together is so important with kids because there's a lot of statistics about families that spend time together, that eat together, that kids do better in school, they're less apt to fall into drugs. So there's a whole thing about, you know, getting your kids to have a meal together. And so I think it's a great thing. And I think, you know, food in general brings people together.
Yes.
And if you can share a meal with somebody, you know, you become better friends. So I think it's just a perfect thing to do with kids.
Thanks so much. And make sure to check out toddparr.com and nosmallmatter.com for the recipe on our page, and also all the awesome things on Todd's page because he's awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.